Hello children and welcome to our today's session. Today we will be having our social and political life part 1 and today's lesson name is Panchayati Raj. Okay, it's lesson number 5, Panchayati Raj. Children, in the last session or in the last to last session we have seen about the 3 levels of government, okay, that is central government, state government and local government. And in the previous lesson we have seen how people participated in the work of the government, okay, by voting, okay, by election, again also through mass media, then by arranging signature campaign or by rallies, by strikes, etc. And we have seen how the government it tries to resolve the conflicts of the people, okay. So, in this lesson we are going to okay, Panchayati Raj, in this lesson we are going to see how the government works at the lower level, that is at the village level, means how the administration of the village works, okay, in how the administration of the village works. And here we are also going to see the system that is followed by the people and the government for the smooth functioning of the village, okay. So, the lesson name is Panchayati Raj. So, village administration in India is also called as Panchayati Raj system. So, what do you mean by Panchayati Raj system is the working of the government at the village level, okay. It is called as Panchayati Raj and this is also called as the local level government, okay. Here the government is elected by the people of the village. Then what is the responsibility of the government? They have to look after the problems of the village, and the villagers they elect the representatives for managing the village affairs. Means here the villagers itself, okay, the people itself they elect the representatives, okay, they elect someone from out of them, out of the people, and this particular persons they make them, they elect them, and that person he acts as the representative for managing the village affairs. So, first before going through this lesson again, just we will have a look, okay, how the administrative works of a country, okay. We will see the administrative structure of our country. This is of our country, okay. So, first at the top level is the central government, okay. Then next comes the state government. So, here state government there are different states and each state is divided into again different divisions, okay. Like suppose it will take an example of Maharashtra state. So, here the state government is here Maharashtra, again this Maharashtra state is divided into different divisions, like we can say Pune, we can say Latur, Mumbai, okay, all these are the divisions of the state government of the state. Then again these divisions are further divided into districts, like under Pune division our Solapur district comes, okay. So, these divisions are divided again, they are divided into different districts for the smooth functioning of the country. So, these can be called as district panchayat or Jilla Parishad. Then these districts again they have block levels under them, okay. So, these districts again they are divided at the block levels. So, they are we can call them as block level or panchayat samiti or tehsils or janpad. Then again under this block level comes the gram village or gram panchayat, and again these villages they are divided, they have many wards, okay. These villages have many wards under them. These wards can be also be called as panch. And finally there is a village panchayat, means panchayat where the people participate. So, this is the administrative structure of a country, okay. But in this lesson we are going to see only the administrative structure of a village at a village level, okay. So, now there are some terms which you should know, before reading this lesson, like what do you mean by Gram Sabha, what do you mean by Gram Panchayat, what do you mean by Gram Sevak. So, these words you should first get clear, then only you will understand the lesson. So, we will now we will see what do you mean by Gram Sabha. So, children, see, all the adults of age 18 and above are the members of Gram Sabha. So, here we are seeing only of a village, okay, at a village level. So, here in the village all the members who are participating in the votings in the elections, so and whose age is 18 or above, they can be the member of Gram Sabha. Here now every village, okay, it is divided into small areas or wards. Then each ward elects a representative known as Panch or ward member. Okay. See children, our village, okay, it first what I said, it works at a district level. Okay. Now, so you just imagine Solapur is a district. Okay. So, here first the first level is Jilla Parishad. Then this Jilla Parishad, it has many blocks. So, here I took an example of only 2 blocks. Okay. I have shown an example of 2 blocks. Just we will imagine that this Jilla, it is having 2 blocks. So, again under this block 1 there can be many villages. Okay. There can be many villages which comes under block 1 and there can be many villages that will come under block 2. So, here I have given an example of 2 villages, just as you will assume that these 2 villages comes under block 1, that is village 1 and village 2. Again here also village 1 and village 2, 2 different villages, they are coming under the block 2. Now, these villages, okay, suppose this village 1, they are having many areas. Okay. Each village is divided into small areas or wards. Suppose that this village is very big. So, this village will have many small areas, or here we can say that suppose this village is having 3 wards or 3 areas. These areas we can say as wards also. So, every village is divided into small areas or wards. Then what happens now, see this village 1 is having 3 areas or 3 wards under it. Again here village 2 is having 2 wards. Now again in block 2 there are village 1 is having only 2 wards and village 2 is having more than 2 wards. So what these wards or what these areas people will do, okay. So each ward they will elect a representative known as Panch or a ward member. So, this is ward 1. So, what the people of ward 1 will do? They will elect a person among themselves and this person we will call him as a Panch, okay, or a ward member. Again here ward 2 also, the people of ward 2 even they will elect one person from that area and that person will be called as a Panch or a ward member. Again ward 3 the same thing. So, here all these wards people of belonging to these wards, they will elect one person among them and this person will be called as a Panch or a ward member. So, like this each ward will have a Panch of belonging to that ward. Now, what is the work of this Panch? Okay. Then see this Panch or these ward members of Gram Sabha, they elect the Sarpanch, also known as Panchayat President. So, what this ward people do? Among all these wards, suppose this under block 1 there are 2 villages. Okay. So, what this people of village 1 they will do? What this Panch will do? All this Panch they will for block 1 they will elect, okay, sorry, for village 1 they will elect one member called as a Sarpanch. Okay. The ward member of Gram Sabha, they elect a Sarpanch who is also known as a Panchayat President and he will look, thus they will form a Gram Panchayat, means then they will form a Panchayat of the Gram Panchayat or meeting of the village. So, here village 1 will have one Sarpanch, again village 2 will have another Sarpanch, like this. Now block 1 is having how many Sarpanch? 2 Sarpanches, because there are 2 villages, or they can select only one Sarpanch also among these 2 villages, like that. So these ward members of Gram Sabha, they elect a Sarpanch who is known as the Panchayat President, and thus they form Gram Panchayat. Okay. So whenever meetings are held, then that time this Sarpanch, he will be the head of that Gram Panchayat, and Panch, there will be Panch who will be the members of this Panchayat. Then this Gram Panchayat, it works for the welfare of the village people. So here, this is how the working of the village takes place, means the people, the village people, they elect the different areas, the village is divided into different areas, and among that areas they elect a ward member, and all these ward members, they elect one person among themselves who will be the Sarpanch of that village, and he will take the decisions with the ward members, with the help of the ward members, for the smooth functioning of the village. So this is how the Panchayat, Gram Panchayat goes on. Okay, how the meetings are held, like okay. Now next one, we will see what do you mean by again Gram Panchayat. So Gram Panchayat, here the ward Panch, just now I have told you, Panch and Sarpanch, they form a Gram Panchayat. Okay, all the ward Panch and Sarpanch, they forms Gram Panchayat or village Panchayat, we can say. Here the Sarpanch is the head of the Gram Panchayat, and he is elected for 5 years. Again, what is the duty of Gram Panchayat? They have to implement the development programs for the village that comes under it, means they have to improve the development of the villages, like constructing roads or seeing the water facilities, whether proper medical aid is there or not, then schools are, whether the village is having proper schools. Then the work of Gram Panchayat has to be approved by Gram Sabha. So whatever decisions the Gram Panchayat, the Sarpanch and the Panch are taking, these decisions, they must be approved by the Gram Sabha. So who is this Gram Sabha? What is this Gram Sabha? Gram Sabha is none other than the people who are electing these persons. Okay, Gram Sabha means the people of the village itself, those who are above age of 18 or above the age of 18, and they are participating in the elections and they are voting for this member. So that is Gram Sabha. So work of this Gram Panchayat, it has to be approved by the Gram Sabha, means it has to be approved by the people of the village. If the people of the village, they are not satisfied with the decisions, then they can go against this, against the Gram Panchayat also. Now we will see the work of Gram Panchayat. Okay. So means what actually what is the work of this Sarpanch and the Panch? So the work of Gram Panchayat is to see the construction and the maintenance of water sources, again to see the roads are there properly built or not, to see whether there is a proper drainage system, again whether school buildings are there for the children, and other common property resources. Then again levying and collecting local taxes. The Gram Panchayat, they has to see that the taxes are being collected properly or not, and then executing the government schemes related to generating employment in the village. Okay. Again, any government schemes are there, then these people, the people of Gram Panchayat, they have to execute, they have to inform the people of the village about such schemes, about such employment schemes or any other schemes in the village, so that all the people will come to know about the schemes of the government. Then again keeping the records of birth and death and marriages, etc. So this is also an important duty of the Gram Panchayat, that is keeping the records of total birth, then death, marriages taking place, etc. Now we will see what are the sources of funds for the panchayat, means for doing all these works, okay, for maintaining, for the smooth maintaining of the village. From where do they get the funds? From where do this gram panchayat they get the funds, they get the money. So what do? They collect the taxes on houses, marketplaces, etc. Okay. So they collect the taxes from the people on their houses, then marketplaces. Again they can get the funds from the many government schemes, okay, that are received through departments of the government, again through the Janpad and Jilla Parishad, means they get the funds from Jilla Parishad also, from the district government also. Again they can get the funds by donation for the community works, etc. Many people they donate, okay. So through donations also they can raise the funds. Now the next topic is Gram Sevak, okay. Who is this Gram Sevak? So Gram Panchayat, now you know what Gram Panchayat, what it consists. So Gram Panchayat has a Sarpanch, then Gram Panchayat it has a Panch or the ward members, but along with them, along with these people, there is one more person who is called as the Gram Sevak, okay. He is also as a secretary, okay, he is also called the secretary of the Gram Panchayat. So Gram Panchayat has a secretary known as Gram Sevak. So Gram Sevak is none other than a secretary. This secretary is not elected by the people of the village, okay children. This is very important, like how the Gram Panchayat members, they are elected by the people of the village, but this secretary is not elected by the people of village, whereas he is appointed by the government, okay. This secretary is appointed by the government, he is not the member of the village. Now what are the duties of this secretary, we will see. So duties, first of all, he is responsible for calling the meeting of the Gram Sabha and the Gram Panchayat, okay. So one of the duties, whenever the meetings are held, okay, so he has to he has to make the arrangement of the meeting. He is responsible to arrange the meetings of the Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat. Then again second point, he has to prepare the budget and maintain the record of the Gram Panchayat, means whenever the meetings are held, he has to keep a proper record of all these meetings, and again he has to prepare the budget, means how much expenses they are occurring for these meetings, all the proper estimate he has to keep a record. So then means why he has to keep such records, because such records he has to show to the government. So he is responsible for keeping the records of the budgets and the meetings of the Gram Panchayat. Again third one, he advises the villagers regarding the health, education, farming, etc. Again third point is, he has to advise the people of the village, okay. He has to advise, he has to suggest, he has to give advices to the people of villages regarding the health of the people, again regarding education, importance of education and farming and many such things. Then fourth one, he informs the people about different government schemes. So whenever government issues some new scheme, okay, whenever it opens a scheme, so this secretary is responsible to see that such schemes, even the people of the village must be, the people of the village, even they must know about such schemes, okay. So these are the duties of the Gram Sevak. So once again we will see the duties. He is responsible for calling the meetings of the Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat. Then he has to keep a proper record of Gram Panchayat. Then he has to prepare the budget. Budget means total expenses, how much expenses are occurring, how much money they will need, how much money they have used. Again he has to advise the people of the village regarding their health care, again regarding the education, then farming, etc. And again last one, he has to inform the people about different government schemes. Okay, this was what we have seen about Gram Sevak. Now, this is the same thing which we have seen in the first slide. In that slide we have seen about the whole country. Okay. Now, here we will see about the village. So, there are 3 levels or 3 tiers of panchayat. First, the top tier or the top layer is called as the district level or the Jilla Parishad. Then below this comes the block level, that is Tehsils, Janapad and Panchayat Samiti. Means these block levels, they are answerable to the district level, and this village level, third one is the lower level or the village or village panchayat. So, this village panchayat or at the village level, these people, they are answerable to the block level, and this block level, they are answerable to the district level. And at last is the Gram Sabha or the Ward Sabha. Means here the wards, the people, that is the the people means Sarpanch, then Panch and the secretary, they form how they means whenever they conduct the Gram Panchayat, they are they have to answer to all these levels. Okay. So, this is the work of the panchayat system, that is village level, then block level and the uppermost is the district level. Okay children, now we will continue with our lesson Panchayati Raj. So, what happens after people elect the representatives? How are decisions made? Let us look at how this takes place in rural areas. Now, means in this lesson now we are going to see the answers of these questions, like what happens after the people elect their representatives. Means in Gram Sabha, when the people elect their representative, then what happens? How are the decisions made? Here we look at the Gram Sabha, which is a meeting where people directly participate and seek answers from their elected representatives. Means see children, okay, here it is a Gram Sabha is held where the people, okay, of the village, they are sitting here and there is a meeting between this between the people of the village and the people who are elected by them, okay, means the representatives. Here the people, they directly participate and they get the answers from this elected representatives. Means these elected representatives, they are answerable to this peoples. Okay. It's a special day today. Everyone's rushing to get to the Gram Sabha. Do you know why? Because the Gram Sabha is holding its first meeting after the election of the new Gram Panchayat. Means see children, it is a special day, okay, today. Why? Why it is a special day? Because everyone is seeing rushing to the meeting. Why they are rushing to the meeting? Because this was their first Gram Sabha. After the this was their means the people who were elected, they were holding the meeting for the first time. So, the people of the village, they were very anxious, okay, they want to rush to the meeting. So, because the Gram Sabha is holding its first meeting after the election of the new Gram Panchayat. The Gram Sabha, now what do you mean by Gram Sabha? The Gram Sabha is a meeting of all adults who live in the area covered by a panchayat. This could be only one village or few villages. Means what? It is a meeting of all the adults who live in an area covered by the panchayat. Okay, it can be a one village also or few more villages also. In some states, as in example above, a village meeting is held for each village. Okay, here the meeting is held for a particular village. Anyone who is 18 years old or more and who has the right to vote is a member of this Gram Sabha. The people, now this is the meeting, okay, of a village called Hardas village. Okay, now we are going to see the story of the Hardas village. So, the people of Hardas village are keen to find out what their new panchayat leaders have planned for the village. So, why the people are very keen, okay, they are very anxious to know, to find out what the new elected members they have planned for the welfare of their village. So, they all are rushing to attend the meeting. Now, we will see Gram Sabha. The Gram Sabha meeting, it begins with the Panchayat President. Now, who is this Panchayat President? He is the Sarpanch. Okay. In the last session we have seen, sorry, in the slides we have seen this Panchayat President is also called as the Sarpanch. So, the Gram Sabha meeting, it begins with the Sarpanch and the ward members or the Panch. Then presenting a plan on repairing the roads that connects the village to the main highway. So, here the meeting is on the agenda of the meeting. First agenda is about the showing a plan on repairing the road, okay, that connects their village to the main way. So, here the ward members, they are showing the plan. They are showing a plan of the repairing construction of the road that connects their village to the main highway. So, after this the discussion moves to the subject of water and water shortage. So, first topic was regarding the construction of the road. Okay. Then again once this after this point they move to the another subject, that is of water and water shortage in their village. Every village panchayat is divided into wards, okay, that is smaller areas. Wards means small areas. So, every village it is divided into different areas or different wards. Now, each area or each ward it elects a representative who is known as the ward member, okay, and this ward member is called as Panch. Now, all the members of Gram Sabha also elect a Sarpanch who is the Panchayat President. So, all these members of Gram Sabha, they elect one person called as Sarpanch, who is also called as the Panchayat President, or who will be the head of this meeting or head of this Gram Panchayat. Then the ward Panch and the Sarpanch, they form the Gram Panchayat. So, this Panchayat it is formed by the Gram Panch and the Sarpanch. Then the Gram Panchayat is elected for 5 years. Again the Gram Panchayat has a secretary who is also the secretary of the Gram Sabha. Means this Gram Sabha, this Gram Panchayat, it consists of Panch, it consists of Sarpanch, and plus it also consists of a Gram, of a secretary. Okay. So, this secretary he will be working, this secretary, he is the secretary of the Gram Panchayat also and Gram Sabha also. So, this person is not an elected person, but he is appointed by the government. So, this secretary is not elected by the people of the village, okay, but he is appointed by the government, he is a government servant. The secretary is responsible for calling the meetings of the Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat. Means the duty of the secretary here is to arrange for the meetings between the Gram Sabha and the Gram Panchayat. Means Gram Sabha means all the adults, all the people of that village who are of age 18 and above, and Gram Panchayat means who? The Sarpanch, the Panch and the secretary. So, here the work of the secretary is to arrange the meetings of Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat, and again and also he has to keep a records of these proceedings. Means he has to maintain proper records, proper dates, date and what the meeting, on which topic the meeting was held. Okay. So, all these records he has to maintain properly, because these records he has to show to the government. So, the duties of the secretary is to arrange the meetings of Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat, again to keep a proper, to maintain a proper records, again to see to look after the budgets of the meetings, then to inform the advise the people about new government schemes, then about education, healthcare, etc. So, children, today we have seen this much, means the work and duties of Gram Sevak, that is the secretary. Then we have seen what is Gram Sabha, and we have seen what is Gram Panchayat. Then we have seen who are the members of Gram Sabha and how this Gram Panchayat is held. Then now the rest of the lesson we are going to read in the next session. So, we will so here I will like to conclude this session, and in the next session we will continue with our lesson. Till then, see you, goodbye, thank you.